In 1978, John Paul II made history by becoming the first non-Italian pope in more than 400 years. As the leader of the Catholic Church, he traveled all over the world, visiting over 100 countries to spread his message of faith, joy, and peace. Karol Wojtyła was born in Wadowice, Poland on May 18, 1920. He was the youngest of 3 children. He was baptized on June 20th, made his first Holy Communion at age 9, and was confirmed at age 18. In 1939, however, when Germany invaded Poland, Karol's life radically changed.
Wir wollen in diesem Augenblick den polnischen Soldaten vollkommene Gerechtigkeit zuteil werden lassen.
Karol Wojtyła was forced to work in a stone quarry for 4 years, and then later a chemical factory in Savoy. While being forced to do labor under Nazi rule, Karol Wojtyła felt the call to priesthood, and he attended an underground seminary run by Cardinal Adam Stefan Sophia.
Glaubte man wirklich, dass die deutsche Nation sich auf die Dauer von einem so lächerlichen Staat sich das bieten lassen würde? Glaubte man das denn?
After Germany was defeated and World War II ended, Karol Wojtyła continued to study theology at the Jagiellonian University. He was ordained to the priesthood by Archbishop Sophia on November 1, 1946. After he was ordained, Cardinal Sophia sent Karol Wojtyła to Rome, where he worked on his thesis on the subject of faith in the works of St. John of the Cross. After he returned to Poland from Rome, he was appointed Bishop of Umbai and Auxiliary of Krakow by Pope Pius XII on July 4, 1958. He was made a cardinal by Pope Paul VI on June 26, 1967. Bishop Wojtyła took part in the Second Vatican Council from 1962 to 1965. There, he made an important contribution by drafting the Constitution Gaudium et Spes and by attending all the assemblies of the Synod bishops. Karol Wojtyła was elected Pope at the Conclave on October 16, 1978. He took the name of John Paul II. His pontificate, one of the longest in church history, lasted nearly 27 years. Pope John Paul II made history by helping the Polish people nonviolently resist the Communist Soviet Union and by supporting the Polish Solidarity movement.
We all remember that Stalin famously asked at some point during the Second World War, how many divisions has the Pope? Well, he got his answer in June '79, more than Stalin could imagine. Many more divisions than Stalin could imagine.
Perhaps at no time in the 20th century had one man so influenced the nation. It sparked a great movement of human liberation throughout Eastern Europe.
From the moment he arrived in Warsaw, John Paul II began the liberation of his people through the power of faith and moral conviction.
The 9 days of John Paul II in June 1979 were 9 days on which the history of the 20th century turned in a dramatic way.
1/3 of the country saw him in person. Millions more witnessed his pilgrimage on television and radio.
Niech stąpi duch Twój i odnowi oblicze ziemi tej ziemi.
One of the lasting legacies of Pope John Paul II was his love for children and the amount of traveling he did all over the world. His love for young people made him establish the World Youth Days. The 19 World Youth Days celebrated during his pontificate gathered millions of young people from all over the world together as one. He also expressed his care for family life in the World Meetings of Families, which he created in 1994. Pope John Paul II died on April 2, 2005. The Pope's death ends a history-making pontificate of more than 26 years, one that dramatically changed the Church and left its mark on the world. Many observers considered Pope John Paul an unparalleled protagonist in the political and spiritual events that shaped the modern age. From the end of the Cold War to the start of the third millennium, Pope John Paul II will always be remembered as a man of peace and a man of God.